Alleged sexual assault at a local church leads to its doors being closed indefinitely.
The Diocese of Southern Ohio has suspended Grace Episcopal Church following the incident which involved 2 minors. Local 12's Morella Porter joins us live now from College Hill, where the church is still hosting its weekly dinner tonight. Morella.
Yeah, Adam, Megan, hundreds of people rely on Grace Episcopal Church for all kinds of support. On Wednesday nights, they host a free dinner. Tonight, it is in their parking lot because nobody is allowed inside of the church. Now, this hasn't stopped the call to serve for all of these volunteers who have showed up to make sure that families have food on the table tonight and throughout the week. But all of this has really blindsided church leaders and members of this church.
Parishioners are locked out.
Wow. Wow.
Signs on the doors of Grace Episcopal Church telling them all operations and worship services have been paused, leaving members and volunteers confused.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. This church has a big impact on the community.
Bishop Kristen Ufelman-White suspended the church last week, citing a failure to report a sexual assault between 2 minors on church property and noncompliance with diocesan policies. In a statement, she said she was troubled to learn church leaders knew about the allegation for months before reporting it. The bishop says the incident happened in April, but her office didn't learn about it until September. Church leaders pushed back in a letter to the diocese, saying they cooperated with the investigation and provided timely information. All of this leaving parishioners in the dark.
This is the first I heard of the sexual assault, so I have no idea.
The church's letter called the suspension abrupt and a reckless disregard for the community they serve, shutting down worship services, recovery meetings, a food pantry, and an after-school program. Church leaders and members who signed the letter urged the bishop to reverse the decision, saying the suspension has shaken their trust in the Diocese of Southern Ohio. People who work with the church also want to see it reopen.
For them to close the doors like that and just deny all these people that are basically coming here for faith, right? I mean, this is a building of God, and for them to do that, it's beyond disappointing. You know, it's hurtful.
Now, the bishop was not available for an interview. However, a spokesperson did answer my questions over email. Now, in regards to the abrupt closure, I'm told that the bishop took all of the actions within her authority for this suspension. Now, the diocese says it will assess the building once it is fully vacated, and church leaders say that will determine what needs to be done to return to safe operations. I'm told there is not an established process for congregations to appeal the decision. The diocese says its staff has reached out to church leaders to figure out a date in the new year to start discussions about how they're going to reopen. However, there is no timeline for how long that might take. For now, live in College Hill, Morella Porter, Local 12 News.
Morella, thank you. Now, the diocese tells Local 12 that the alleged assault was reported to police in April. However, it says that the church did not report it, but instead became aware of the allegation from police. The church leader's letter to the diocese also includes a list of requests. One of them, a public apology to a member of the board. If you'd like to see the entire letter and the full response from the Southern Diocese of Ohio to our questions, visit local12.com and click on this story.